Pop, 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 pop. Hello there, folks. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to find out tonight if we can still say Chiefs and Indians, Indians and Chiefs. I don't know if we can. I'm not really sure if we're supposed to say something else other than Indians and Chiefs. Oh, yes, I will. I'm not 100% sure, but we will find out. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, the host with the most. We are staring down the barrel of this episode number 4. We're all familiar with the old proverb, too many chiefs, not enough Indians. However, as one of you that have recently just put up a comment that showed on the screen, one of you, I won't say which one of you made the amazing statement to me in a text this morning that said, we're dealing with a situation where there are too many Indians and not enough Chiefs. And I thought, oh, that's a really interesting statement, because the liberty-minded Christopher Bilbrey, the freedom-loving Christopher Bilbrey, the person that says smaller government is better government and no government is heaven, I would say, no, that's perfect. We would prefer more Indians and less Chiefs. We don't need those Chiefs. We need no Chiefs. You know, you don't tell me what to do. I'll live my life the way I want to live it without hurting you. You live your life the way that you want without me hurting you. Vice versa. You hurting me, me hurting you, and we'll be just fine. However, it is 2023. We know that we are living currently somewhere in America. I find myself in the Midwestern state of Indiana. Most of you are in that state. Some of you are outside of that state. Wherever you are around, how did Rush say it? Around the fruited plain. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. We all live in America. And we all should be wanting some version of freedom. I would hope that we would be wanting the most free version of freedom. I understand that varies for some people. And however wonderful it would be to live in the world where there was just no crime and no laws because no one hurt each other and we could just do as we please. And, I guess, I'm describing heaven. Get right with your maker, do what you need to do, and plan to go there at some point, because then we'll be fine. But until then, we have to put up some way or another. We're going to put up with laws, rules, and it's my belief that we, as the bosses of this country, the citizens, we should engage in this system and attempt to better government through our citizen involvement, because they're going to act with or without us. So if we just bow out and say, we don't want to play your game, we believe in complete freedom, and we are not going to be ruled by your laws, let me tell you, they will rule us. We might go kicking and screaming, and you might be okay with that. And I'm telling you, when everybody's ready to get down with it, call me up. I'm ready to rock and roll. But until then, it's like everybody's waiting for the person to be the one to throw the first chair. Everybody wants someone to be the person that throws that first chair. Well, I'm doing what I am capable of doing, and that is alerting the masses at hand, standing up for our freedoms, speaking truth to power, redressing my government and many others, and doing it in a very damn good way. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here. If you would so kindly hit that like button. I know I'd like to not say it one of these days. I promised myself on our year anniversary on November 1st, I was no longer going to say it. I was going to let Kate put the things up on the side there over here, and I was going to say, you know what to do, let's get at it. But look, we didn't make it to the year anniversary, so now we've got to build from scratch, and I've got to spend so much time saying it. Or we could make a deal. We could make a deal, as you viewers who are here now. When you come in the door, you're going to just hit the like. First thing in, bing, hit the like. You're cool. We did it. All is well. You've hit the like. If you're subscribed, you guys kick ass. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed now. It's very easy. It's free. It costs you nothing. Okay? Grandma and Grandpa, don't worry. You guys are already subscribed. All's well. You don't need to try to do anything on the TV. Do not adjust your television sets. Things on television appear bigger and larger in life because I am bigger and larger in life. Let's see. Besides hitting the subscription bell, that's all that is. Or no, that's the notification bell. Besides hitting the subscription button, hit the bell, ring the bell. Ring the bell. I could launch into song, but I won't. Ring my bell. Ring my ding-a-ling. If you do that, then that allows you to stay up to date, notified. Hey, let me tell you something. So I've been wondering what we're going to do to grab the other half of the people, all right? Because let's face it, there are a couple different camps here on YouTube. There are the people that like the live videos and that like the interaction, And then there are people that like 5 and 10 and 15-minute static videos. And I've been talking to a muse of mine. We'll call it the paper winch. And we came up with an amazing plan today. Now, I've not had a chance yet to talk to Kate, who's down in the duck, or Brando, but I will talk with them as soon as we get off the duck. As soon as we get off the show, I will tell Kate and I will shoot the message to Brando and let them hear this awesome plan. But I am telling you guys, some of you are in here and you're like, what's it matter? We're subscribed. We like your videos, but there's no reason for us to hit the bell because you're only live Sunday through Thursday at 9 p.m. We know when you're on. Well, obviously, you know that I go live outside of that. Okay. Wait a second. What is Paula? We'll talk about that in a moment too. We'll talk about that. So besides that, good evening, Alva. I just want to let you guys know that in the coming near future, besides these live videos, we're also going to be doing videos, the Muncie City Council meetings that are at 7 p.m., the Board of Works meetings, the Delaware County Council meetings, Winchester meetings. So we're going to be talking about all of those things. And we will have those meetings up. But besides that, we're going to be doing static videos, and I believe that you guys are going to like them. Now, it's just going to be one little niche, like a series that we're going to do. But I think that we're going to really run some interesting things. Something happened the other night, which kicked off a spark of an idea. And I cannot wait to introduce this to you. So I promise you, folks, we are going to build this up, and there's going to be a lot of stuff here. We're going to have shorts. We're going to have other playlists and things that are going to be bingeable and are going to be interesting for you guys. So you want to ring that bell so you get notifications and you stay up to date with what's going on here. And then last but not least, the two things that I think go together. If you're watching live, comment live. This is a very interactive show. If you're watching on repeat, comment in the comment section. We will get back with you. I try to comment and reach as many people as possible. And then lastly, above all else, do this thing where you are able to share the show with everyone you know. Yes. Okay. Getting back to Audie here just briefly. Yes. We are able to we are able to answer that question, and the answer is yes, he can be on the park board, and he can be on the council at the same time. Very similar to how Isaac Miller was on the council and on the MRC. So he can be on both of those boards because the park board is a non-paid position, and they don't relate to one another. They don't oversee one another, so to speak. So yeah, he is able to do both. That is perfectly fine. Yes, Tara is my aunt. And just for the record, and I don't know if you saw that or not, but prior to, when you made that comment, let's see, at 9:10, the hi mom and dad, it's your favorite daughter, your only daughter, remember me. That actually was put up before the comment at 9:13 that said, hello, would you mind putting up my greeting to my parents who are Christopher's grandparents, please? So I don't know. Sometimes I don't know if the stuff comes through or it's not seeable, but I did see it twice. So FYI. Alva is my girlfriend. So as long as now we all know that and we understand all of that, that's good. All right. So the things that we're going to talk about this evening are the proverb, the long-held belief that the proverb, the too many chiefs, not enough Indians. We all know what that means. There are a couple communities that I look into and I deal with in which it's exactly opposite. There are too many Indians and not enough chiefs. And what do I mean by that? Simply meaning when we're talking about elected officials, I don't like using the term leadership. I don't like saying leaders. I don't like calling elected officials leaders. They like to be called leaders. They like to be called leaders and be referred to as leaders. Other people refer to them as leaders. You always hear elected leaders or whatnot. And I can understand why people do that wrongly. I don't like calling them leaders. And I've got to admit, I'm somebody that called them leaders. I would say elected leaders or leadership all the time. I actually did that until 2020 when I did an interview with Donald Rainwater. I had Rainwater on the program on Perception is Reality, and I was interviewing Rainwater, and I said something about, as the elected governor, you will be the leader of the state. And he was like, no. I will not be your leader. I don't need a leader. I'm a grown adult. I don't need anyone leading me. Elected officials are not leaders. And I thought, interesting. I like that. Now, I know that we have had arguments in the past on whether we should call them officials or not call them officials. And I want to be clear here. I mean, we can get into semantics on all of this. I mean, honestly, yeah, calling them leaders probably doesn't truly matter. We all know what they are. They know what they are. It is what it is. Ding, 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 ding. We'll see how many. That was the first one tonight. I'll keep track of that one. But leaders are just a little too far. And I don't know about that. So I can call them officials. And the reason I would say officials, and I'm fine with the word officials, is because they do official business. They carry out official actions. And so they are by definition of the word, elected officials covering out governmental official business, and I don't have a problem calling them that. When we're talking about the fact that there's too many Indians with no chiefs, when we talk about the lacking of leadership, okay, I'm not talking about elected officials. I am, but I'm not. I'm not talking about them leading us. I'm talking about them with their city, town, county employees. I'm talking about the mayor and the city employees. I'm talking about the sheriff and the sheriff's deputies. I'm talking about the county commissioners and the county officials. I'm talking about the town boards members and the town employees. That's what I'm talking about. So we're going to be getting into that. We're going to be talking about how this relates. Specifically this evening, we're going to be talking about Muncie, and we're going to be talking about Henry County. So we'll be getting into that. We'll also be taking questions and talking from the audience. We're going to be talking to people from the chat. And the first thing that I want to get to is the truth. The truth says transparency and accountability. Interesting. But never say anything about Greensboro. I don't quite know what you're saying. I think this is probably at least your first time commenting here. I can't say it's your first time here because unless you're commenting, I don't know if you've been here before or not. You may very well have been here, but I've not seen you in the comment section before. So I would maybe venture to guess it's your first time. But I have clearly said a lot about Greensboro. So I understand that there's a little bit of an issue, and right now I can't send you to episodes where I've talked about Greensboro because we are in a little bit of a flux where the episodes were pulled down. They have been deleted from our old channel. We have all of those episodes. I am currently in the position of uploading those and getting those back on this channel. So I will be able to direct you there and you will be able to see those. And I want you to be able to see those. I love the question. I have no issue with your question. As Alva said, if this is your first time, welcome and thank you for being here. I definitely love anybody that wants to come in and question and have any kind of okay. So I wanted to we're paying these $80,000 a year to oversee a city full of 10 to 20 an hour workers. What city are you referencing? What city are you referencing, bastards of politics? Specifically, who are you talking about? And when Joe says, what's going on in Greensboro, do you have a scoop to share with everyone? I specifically don't have a scoop. I don't know if the truth has a scoop. I mean, I would assume, and I may be wrong, but I would assume that the truth is probably somewhere along the line of attempting to maybe parrot back some of the thoughts and concerns that the sheriff of Henry County has parroted out from others and has been saying here in the last couple months. I'm sure that's okay. I figured you probably did. But I'm sure that's what the truth is referring to, the sheriff's comments. And I just have to say, you know, it's obviously. I understand people's concern. Listen, I want to be clear. I've told everybody this. Maybe I'm not. I've told people through talking. Maybe I've not made this clear here. When all of this started with Sproles, when all of this started in Henry County, all I was aware of was there would be a meeting held at the sheriff's department on July 6th concerning some concerns the sheriff had. I hadn't heard what these concerns were. I had not heard what the sheriff had to say. I simply heard what was on the sheet of paper. I read, I knew that was all I knew for fact. Now, I heard some rumor about various things from people on both sides of this. I had heard things from people who backed Sproles, and I heard things from people who did not back Sproles. And I heard very briefly what Sproles had to say about Greensboro Police Department. And I want to say, I told several people, while I did not care for Sheriff Sproles, and I did not like how he was behaving as the sheriff of Henry County, I did agree with what he was saying about Greensboro Police Department. But this is exactly what I should not have done, because I simply went by Sproles and his statement. That's all. Now, I had told the person that I went to with this meeting, Josh, I said, the problem here is I agree probably with what he's saying, but I am not big on Sproles. So this is a case of probably being okay with the message, but having a problem with it because I don't specifically like the messenger. Then I listened to the message, and Sproles seemed way out in left field. So he turned me even further off. But then in pretty quick order, I went on my own time to Greensboro. I didn't know anybody there, and I went there. I talked to some people within the town. I talked to some people in the community, and I talked to a couple of the police officers, and pretty quickly I determined that what Sproles was saying didn't add up. It didn't add up. It didn't make sense. And I pretty quickly determined that the town citizens loved their police, that the town's board loved their police. Now, that's a big order, because anybody that's here that lives in a small town, or anybody that's worked for a small town, or anybody that's been on a fire department, and a volunteer fire department, or a police department, whether you've been full-time or reserve, everybody knows that small town boards and the police departments always butt heads. The small town boards and their chief, and the small town boards and the full-time officers, and definitely the small town boards and the reserves, always butt heads. They hate each other. So to hear that the people, the town board, and the police all got along shocked me. I was like, they're really doing something here. Now, I was expected that I would find a bunch of people that were, from the south side of Indy. They hated their being in Greensboro, and they just wanted to hurry up and get back to their $50 an hour gig sitting on the side of the highway. That's not what I found. That's not what I found at all. Matter of fact, I found people that loved sitting in the car This has been sitting in the car, and they were there. Now, see, okay, and now I want to say for the record here, Shockproof, you say the citizens don't want them at all. This has been done by the old town council only. So, first of all, forgive me for not knowing, are you specifically from Greensboro, or do you live? I thought you lived in another city in another small town in Henry County. I thought that so I'm confused about that, but I'm not 100% sure where you are down there, and I know that you are having issues with the police in whatever area you're in. And I completely understand that, and I get that you're having that issue. And if you are having that issue, and if it happens to be if you're saying that you're not happy with the police in Greensboro, I can take what you're saying, and I definitely get that, and you have that right to feel that way, and I give that as much credit as I do anybody else. All I can say is you're the first one of the citizens that I've heard say that. So just real quick, are you saying that the police that you've had the issue with, it's been the Greensboro Police Department? Are you saying that the Greensboro Police Department are the police that you're having your issues with, or I thought that it was Caddis? So I want to make sure which department that you're having the problems with, because I want to make sure that we are applying it to the right. Okay, so it is Greensboro. I think you have no clue or are naive. Listen to Boss Hog of Liberty podcast with Sheriff about Greensboro, and not for Sproles either. You have no clue. So I listened to that. Okay, so here's what I want. I want to ask you the truth. What I would like for someone to explain to me is, because this is the problem that I keep running into. Explain to me what the issue is that you have. Explain to me what they have done. Tell me what they are doing illegally. Tell me what they are doing to you. A lot of the towns around Greensboro is under Greensboro Township. There is a difference between not understanding and not having a problem with it. Well, that's obviously true. I just listen. I'm open to you telling me the truth. So you've been on here now for 35 minutes. What I would like you to do, if you would, is tell me what the issue is. Because here's what I've heard the sheriff say. You're telling me that I'm naive. This is what I've heard the sheriff say about the Greensboro Police Department. Okay? The Greensboro Police Department has officers coming to Greensboro that get a badge so they can go sit on the side of the highway and make money doing a security gig, and they don't care about the town of Greensboro people. That's what I've heard him say. And I've heard the sheriff on more than 2 or 3 occasions say the reason he has a problem with that is he wants his guys to be able to get those high-paying security jobs. That's the first thing I've heard the sheriff say. The second thing I've heard the sheriff say is he's concerned that these police officers in Greensboro that has came in for a badge only, to work security only, that they are using the computers in their car to run people through Spillman and do things on Spillman illegally, and he has a problem with that. Then the sheriff has turned around himself and done those exact same things. He's ran people illegally. He's violated people's Fourth Amendment right because they've been using their First Amendment right to speak out against him. He has created a culture within his sheriff's department where other officers, other deputies, feel like they should do the same thing. So the second problem that he said, he has done it his very self. Problem number 3, I've heard the sheriff say, that these police officers that come into the Greensboro Police Department and get a badge from a badge factory to work security, that they are out doing a lot of craziness and they're pulling people over in unmarked police cars and plain clothes, which is illegal and not in order with what is lawful in the state of Indiana. And then I have heard and witnessed the sheriff doing those exact same things himself. So those are 3 specific issues that I have heard the sheriff say is his problem with the Greensboro Police Department that is in Greensboro Township. Greensboro Township makes up a swath of land that Joe Thompson said here covers the communities of Greensboro, Kennard, and Shirley. Now, those all 3 have their own police departments. Greensboro does not police all 3 of those communities. They only police the community of Greensboro. Now, they have mutual aid agreements with all other law enforcement in Henry County, but most law enforcement does. Think about the mass shooting in Muncie from just 3 weeks ago. We had officers coming from everywhere to Muncie. We had officers coming from Blackford City, Blackford County, Hartford City. We had officers coming from Anderson, from Newcastle, from Winchester, from state police, from DNR. If I had a private way, I would say, you're very wrong. Trust me. Okay, you do have a private way. You do have a private way. You are on a computer right now using a pseudonym, The Truth. I would assume that your parents are not Mr. and Mrs. Truth, and your first name is not The. So you're under a pseudonym online. No one has a way of knowing who you are. You're commenting right here. All I'm asking you is tell me who did what to you and what the issue was. I'm just asking you. No, yes, I agree. We can say again naive over and over and over. But all I'm saying is tell me what the issue is. Please give me one example. I feel very much like you're probably the gentleman that I spoke with on the phone back some time ago, and I asked you the same question then, and you never gave me a solid answer then either. My question to you is, give me a law that they have broke. Tell me what they have done wrong. Okay, shockproof. I understand what you're saying. The police did not get voted in by the townspeople. You don't vote police in anywhere you live. Okay, all right. I'll take that back. You never spoke to me. Well, that's cool. So I spoke to an individual just like you a while back who kept telling me that I didn't know what was going on and that I was naive, that there was all this stuff that was bad. And I said, okay, tell me what's bad. And then he would not tell me what was bad. You're more than welcome to email me. You can email me, or you can hit me up on Facebook Messenger. If you want to hit me up on Messenger or you want to email me, you can call me. I will talk to you off record. You don't have to go on record. Yeah. One other person has spoke to me telling me the exact same thing that you're telling me, which is absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yes, shockproof. If you email me, I know that there was a lot of craziness, and I know that you've emailed back before when there were other people involved and whatnot. If you email me, Kate's got it up on the screen right there. That's my email. That comes directly to me. If you email me, send me an email tonight if you can, and I will respond to you in the morning, and I'll give you my phone number. We can call and talk. I'll meet you someplace if you want to. We'll do whatever. I'll listen to everything you got to say. But the truth, I mean, don't be very, very, very clear here. When you're saying that someone else has spoke to me, what I mean by that is someone else has said the exact same thing that you're saying. And so we're very clear. What I mean by that is they've said nothing. You've said nothing. You've said words, and I've understood the words, but those words have said nothing. You've not told us anything. At some point, the bottom line is, because I'm going to get back to what Shockproof said here. Shockproof said up here, let them hurt you and unlawful arrest you, and see who in the department helps you out against their own employees, and see if the council helps you out, fight against them, and stand up against them from their tyranny. Okay, let me tell you, that very same thing happened. And you know what I did? I got an attorney and I took on the entire police department. I took on the entire town. I took on all of the employees of the town and lots of the citizens of the town. And after 2.5 years, I won. I was proven right. I came out victorious. And you know what happened after that? The fire chief left, the police chief left, a city council person left. We cleared house. The mayor got beat. So there is, if that's happened to you, if they have hurt you, if they have unlawfully arrested you, then I don't stand by any of that. And there is mechanisms in place for you to seek retribution and to take them down for doing that. And if you tell me that they've done that and you give me the proof that that has happened, and it's because, listen, I'm not saying this is anybody here, but you guys have to understand, I literally get people that call me and say, hey, you're that loudmouth guy that takes on the government and takes on the police and speaks truth to power and gives it to them like they should. I need you to help me out. I've got a serious problem. And I'm like, okay. And the guy's like, I was arrested last night. And I was like, okay, unlawfully? And they're like, yeah, I was arrested unlawfully. And I'm like, okay, well, what did you do? Well, me and my old lady, we were fighting and I slapped the bitch. And she called the police, and they showed up, and I'm a felon, and I had a possession of a handgun, and I had an 8-ball in my pocket. And I'm like, oh, okay. And so they beat you down. They took you in. They questioned you without giving you rights, and they charged you with murder, and they forfeited, your house. And they're like, no, they took me to jail for domestic battery. They took me to jail for felon in possession of a handgun, and they took me to jail for possession of cocaine. And I'm like, all right, well, it sounds like you need to contact an attorney, not me. That's not an illegal arrest. You got drunk, you committed domestic violence, you went to jail for some dumb stuff. Listen, not every arrest that the police make is bad. We're not on the same channel that we were a week ago. I'm not going to play into that. There are a ton of good police officers. There are a ton of bad police officers. Every time an officer acts out of pocket, we must get him out of there, or her. And we must bust them down and be gone. But just as we do not damn the whole cloth when a priest molests a little kid, or when one construction worker catcalls and rapes a woman, there's good and bad in every aspect of everything that there is in life. So, I'm not saying that something good or bad didn't happen. I'm just saying, if that stuff happened, if you were hurt and unlawfully arrested, brother, I'll stand there right next to you, and we will take them down. We will take them down. You will have no bigger and better friend than me right here. But just to say you're naive, you don't know what's going on, and then I say, okay, well, tell me what's going on, and no one says anything. Listen, if I will admit I am naive. I don't know everything. I'm not omnipresent. I'm not God. I'm just little old Christopher Bilbrey. Tell me, teach me. Tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me all of this wealth of knowledge that people hold. It's amazing that it's amazing that the other gentleman that I spoke to said that he had firsthand. There seems to be a lot of people that have firsthand information that will not say what. I mean, listen, is there a person that you guys will talk to? If it's not me, can I put you in contact with somebody from the FBI? Can I put you in contact with an attorney? Like, for the love of God. I mean, these people, they're not, it's not the Gambino crime family. So, I mean, like, everybody, I just... that's the other thing. That's the other thing. I'm willing. Listen. I'm. You can say that we did not speak, but I would about bet the farm that you're the same dude I talked to, because this is the same line. I've said all I can say. It would be obvious where the information was coming from. I guarantee you, we spoke on the phone. You don't have to admit it. That's fine. I'm cool with that. But hit me up, send me a message, shoot, tell me the information. Somebody's got to drop the information. So, all right. This is a good example. This is a good example of too many Indians and not enough chiefs. Everybody's running around with their hands in their pockets saying something bad happened. Something bad happened to me. Show me on the doll where the Greensboro Police Department touched you. Like, you've got to speak up. Dude, I just... The thing is, though, dude, you got to go to someone that's not a cop. I'm not talking about going to cops to help on other cops. I'm talking about getting attorneys involved. I'm talking about lawsuits, federal lawsuits. The problem is, and this is a very frustrating thing. This is a very frustrating thing. All right. Rant time. Here's a little bit of a rant. A Bilbrey rant. I don't think we made a banner for that, but here's a Bilbrey rant. Now you're calling people on here liars. Why would anybody on here listen? Hey, the truth. Cool. If you don't want to listen, dude, off with you. It's not that big a deal, man. How many other people are on YouTube right now? Do you not have TV or Netflix and chill? Dude, if you don't like the content, toss off. Awesome, great. Maybe we never spoke. Maybe there are two idiots in the world that say the exact same shit with no proof. Awesome. I'm just saying it's a pattern. Cool. I will admit I have never spoke to the truth. I don't know who he is. There's no way I can tell you if I spoke to him. I have no idea. I'm just saying there's very similar patterns in your nothingness. This is like Seinfeld Part 2, the Greensboro affair. A story about nothing. That shockproof. That is not true, dude. Dude, I'm telling you, you've not listened to me, dude. Email me your story, and because I listen. The difference between you and the truth is I know you've attempted to talk and you want to speak. I will listen to everything you got to say. I'm willing to take you serious. I'm taking Shockproof. I'm taking you serious. I'm taking you I'm taking you I'm taking you true. You're right, Truth. We're all idiots. Every single person here, we're all idiots. You are so much more above us. You'll be our leader within weeks. I can tell it already. Shockproof, I'm willing to take you serious. Because I know that you've been talking about this for a while, and I know that you're willing to talk, and I can respect that. What I don't respect is, yes, not viewers. No, not viewers, idiots. I'm calling you specifically, one specific viewer, an idiot. Just you, no one else. Sean Long, he's not an idiot. Ryan's not an idiot. Shockproof's not an idiot. Eric's not an idiot. I agree. I am an idiot. I'm an idiot. You're an idiot. We are both idiots together. But that's how I can spot you. I'm an idiot. You're an idiot. We're an idiot together. Shockproof, email me. I will give you every second that you want. Every second that you want. I love it, and I can respect you for be willing to talk. What I cannot respect, and what I will not give time to, is someone saying, this is a horrible story that nobody has right. I've got information to set everybody right, but I will not give it to you. You need to do the work and find out the information. I've got the information right here in my hands, but I won't give it to you. Well, give me the thread to find it. Give me the thread to pull, to find, to dig it up. Well, they didn't send hey, Truth, let me ask you. I'll tell you what you're going to say. They didn't send the chief to the academy for 8 months. They didn't send him for 8 months. Hey, guess what? In the state of Indiana, that's not illegal. All is well. Everything is okay. He has been in law enforcement for 22 years before that. So look, that's the thing that the other guy gave me, was the thread that he was giving me. They didn't send him to the academy. And I was like, oh, I told him on the phone, that's all right. I hear what you're saying. I can appreciate that. So, Shockproof, email me that stuff. I will definitely talk to you as soon as you email me. You might be busy. Just email me at that email that Kate put up, and I will email you. If you send it to me tonight, I'll get back to you in the morning. Whenever you send it to me, I will get back to you, and we can talk. And I appreciate you. All right, rant time. Off topic. Mike Braun is going to be with Sproles tomorrow at 4 p.m. in Henry County. Yeah, that's going to be that's going to be a joke of a day. Sproles thinks that he's truly somebody. You know, Mike Braun's making the runs. He wants to run for governor. That's going to be an absolute shit show. Listen to me. I'm being very clear, because I told the people of Henry County this once before, and they just said whatever, and they voted for Sproles just as it is. Do not vote for Mike Braun. Be a Republican if you want. Be a conservative if you want. Vote for Donald Rainwater. I know we were supposed to have him on the 9th. We will have him on soon. We were scheduled with 3 more other interviews with him. I guess he's an idiot too. Well, you know what he said. We're all capable of being as ignorant as we want to be. So look at how that works. The bottom line is that Mike Braun deal with Sproles is a joke. I've heard all about that, and people are like, are you going to try to go? And I was like, are you for real? I wouldn't be there for anything. I wouldn't be anywhere close to that. I'm afraid it would make, listen, I'm dumber just because it's happening. I am dumber just because those two people are meeting. Yeah, I don't see why they wouldn't be able to meet at the Christian school. It's a weird thing. I don't know what they're doing. It's kind of weird. Yeah, hopefully he'd be in that really cool tracksuit that's like made of pajamas. I wonder if they have footies in them. That Ukrainian dude. What if they're going to ask Sproles for money? Sproles is like, hey, you're not the only people asking me for money today. Gilman's is asking me for money too. I wish I had a you know. Okay, Bilbrey rant time. This is along the lines of the not enough, too many Indians, not enough chiefs. Let's say you've got two pieces of land. Piece B and piece A. And there's a river that runs between both of these pieces of land. And you need to be able to get from A to B. Now, you can drive all the way out around the horn, taking a peek and back up the other side, and it's going to take you... No, I know it's too many chiefs, not enough Indians, but that's not what we got going on here. This is backwards. In this situation, we got too many Indians and ain't a chief to be found. Not anybody with any sense that can stand up and say, hey, oh yeah, follow me over here. This is the way to freedom. All right? So you can drive all out around Hell's Half Acre to get over to the other side, or you can build the bridge. Now, in order to build this bridge to get over there, in the time that you need to get over there, you need to have 10 men working around the clock for 2 months. Night and day, 24 hours a day. You need to feed 10 men working around the clock. That means you need 10 men on the morning shift, you need 10 men on the afternoon shift, and you need 10 men on the night shift, okay? That's 30 men working in a day. You need to feed these men while they're working. You'll need to feed them breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And they can go to a couple places. And they've got a couple places they can go over here, a couple places they got over here. But there's always at least one day where all of the restaurants are shut down at one time, except for the McDonald's down the street. This is, I thought about this earlier when I was driving, and it made a whole lot of sense to me, but it's getting really convoluted and weird. Everybody that's involved with this bridge, the men working on the bridge, the people making the food at these restaurants, the people feeding these people, the people getting gas in these people's cars, getting them to the store, the people that have the hammers and doing all of that, okay? They all are doing what they've got to do to get this bridge built. Now, if that McDonald's down the street was not there when these 2 or 3 other restaurants shut down, at least at one point or some point, these people would have to drive way much farther to get this food. But these little old McDonald's, they're there. They're nothing. It's just the high school fry cook and the pimply-faced little girl that's behind the counter and the slow guy that's worked there for 40 years, since you were in school. All right? It takes everybody doing their part. You got the people out there with the hammers in their hands. You got the people out there doing the work. You've got the people with the brains that are drawing up the engineers that are drawing up the blueprints. You've got the fry cooks. You've got the people that are mopping up the puke at the restaurant from when the people came in, the college kids came in and puked the night before. They got to clean that shit up so people can eat. You've got everybody pulling their weight and doing what they've got to do. And with all of that stuff working together, that bridge gets built. But if you get 1 or 2 or 3 people out of sync, it causes a problem. If everybody that's out here beating on the bridge looks at the guys that are in there standing in the air-conditioned McDonald's making the fries, and that guy said, man, it's 110 degrees out here. I wish I was inside. That guy needs to get his ass out here and help us. If we had 5 more people out here, we could make this that much faster. Well, the problem is they go bully the people in the restaurant, and they say, hey, you need to come out here and you need to swing the hammers. You need to stand out here right next to us, and we need to get this done today. All right? What happens is they go get those guys and those gals, and they get them out there hammering, and they're doing all this mess up. They're messing up pieces, and they're breaking nails, and they're hitting their hand, and now one of them's got to go to the hospital, and it's all chaos. Now we get to the point where it's time to go to lunch, and there ain't nobody inside cooking. So now they've got the men that have been out here working, the construction workers are going in, and they're burning the restaurant down because one of them turned the grill on too high and walked away from it when he was out taking his union break. And now they burnt the restaurant down. Everybody has a part to play, and everybody has what they're good at and what they're not good at. The other thing is, and so I just want to be very clear. I used to be one of these guys that would tell people, you need to get off your ass and you need to come to the council meetings. Come to the council meetings. You need to be at that council meeting. And I would get to the council meeting and I would look there and I would count how many seats were empty. And I'd get home and I would watch 50 people, 100 people be in the chat talking to me. 1,000 people would listen at the end of the day, at the end of a 24-hour period, would listen to my video. And I'd be like, I would be mad at those 1,000 people. If they would have just come to that meeting, they would have stood up. We could have really done something. But then someone taught me that some of those people have severe anxiety and can't speak in public. Some of those people are bedridden. Some of those people are wheelchair bound. Some of those people have to make phone calls. Some of those people have to send emails. Some of those people, all they can do is hit the share on a loudmouth idiot's video to somebody else that might see it and might be able to do something that really changes things. Everybody has a part to play. That's number one. You cannot get mad at the part that the people are playing. Star that. I'll come right back. I'm almost done with this. Number two, and this is the biggest part of the rant. It comes back to the old saying, there are several ways to skin a cat. I don't know what that means. I've never tried skinning cat. I don't know who out there is skinning cats. I don't know why. I don't know why they're skinning cats, but apparently there are several ways to do it. By that I mean When Sproles used our video without permission and without giving attribution to us, I could have just let him do it. I could have come on my show and I could have bitched about it. And I could have been like, look what he's doing. Look what he's doing. Okay? But I had to go a little bit above and beyond. I had to go through the process of filling out paperwork. I had to go above and beyond what it took to turn in a complaint to YouTube, and I had to email people. I had to do what I had to do, and I did that. And then I reached out and I said, "Hey, Kate, I talked to Brandon. I talked to Josh. Now I'm not sure if Josh did or not. I don't know what Josh did. I know for a fact that myself, Brandon, and Kate all turned in complaints against Josh. Might have, he might not have. I don't know. But at least 3 of us did, and those 3 complaints got Facebook to pull the video off. Now, when you go to Sproles' video, it says that Sproles was stealing internet. What was it? I forget exactly the terminology.
It's called intellectual property.
Yeah, intellectual property theft. So it's, thank you, Kate. It says intellectual property theft. That's the sheriff of Henry County has that on his Facebook page. Intellectual property theft. All right? Mark that down in a book. Save that. Sproles then blocks me. Now, I could come on here and I could talk about it. I could make a video and I can yell about it and I could cuss about it. I could go stand out at his house and scream. I could go stand at the jail and I could scream. I could stand at City Hall. I could stand on my head. I could stand in a pond, do all of that. And I want to do all of it. And I think I need to do it. And I have to do it. And I'm going to do it. We're doing it. It's been done. Diane sent it. A bunch of people did. But beyond all that, I also had to do a little bit of hard work. I had to sit down and I had to write out what happened. I had to make a big log of it, and I sent it off to the ACLU. And the ACLU wrote me back in pretty quick order and said, yes, this is a violation. We're going to file a lawsuit on your behalf. And that's why I have a lawsuit against Sheriff Sproles. Then I decided that I needed to run my name to see if Sproles had violated my 4th Amendment right. He's already violated my First Amendment right. Let's see how many more rights he's going to violate or he has violated. So then I ran it. Lo and behold, he did it. He ran me. He did the exact same thing that he's bitching that Greensboro and other places are doing. He did it. So I'm talking to an attorney. I'm going through the process. Man, if there's a possibility to sue him for that, I am going to sue him for that. And not only did I do that, but I launched that out into the world, and I told all of you, and I gave you all the template to check it yourself. And I'll still give you the template. If you have not got the template, if you live in Henry County if you live someplace, anywhere, and you're a thorn in the side of your government, if you speak out about your police or you speak out about these officials and you want to know if your stuff's been ran, send me an email and I will send you the template that you need to send. All you'll need to go in and is change, like, if you live in Miami County, you'll need to change that from Henry County, or, something from Delaware County to Vigo County or whatever. You'll need to just change it to fit your scenario, but I'll send you the template. Because yelling and screaming is great. Protesting is great. Coming on and making these videos are great. Going to council meetings and yelling at council meetings are great. I've been doing it for 30 years. But the way to make real change is 1, by the ballot box, and 2, the courtroom.
Well, a lot of people are talking about voting's pointless, that it's pointless to vote because they're just going to vote in and they're going to do the same things over and over again. Well, I would love nothing more than to see the system burn.
Right.
Fair enough. But we live within a system. So by God, I'm going to use every single tool within that system to burn it down from the inside out. So if that means filing lawsuits, if it means filing complaints with the public access counselor,
yes,
filing complaints with the state board of accounts,
yes,
going to the attorney general, everybody and everything that is in the system is a tool I can use to my advantage to burn it down and take these bastards down too.
Yes. That's the thing. That's all. You got to use all the tools available. You got to use all the tools available. Coming on here is one tool. I'm a tool. I will admit it. Yelling is one tool. Going to the council meeting is one tool. Filing a complaint with the public access counselor is one tool. Talking to an attorney is one tool. Voting is one tool. Now, in order to make change, you probably need all your tools. Why limit yourself to one? And if you're only good at one, then get together with the other people around you. Where is I want to go back here, Shockproof. You said it's all who knows you. If you're not known, you're not going to get proper help. You will get railroaded. Dude, I wasn't when I sued Winchester, I was nobody. I'm nobody now, man. I'm nobody. I am nobody. You have to say, I am not going to allow them to railroad me. I am not dude, say it with me. I will help you. I'm telling you. Now, listen, if we look at your case and you're like, you know, and I'm not saying you did, I'm being facetious, but you murdered 5 people and it's like you're guilty of sin, I probably can't help you. But I am telling you, and I swear it to you, you got no reason to trust or believe me. But I'm being very serious. If you are saying what happened and it is real, I will do everything I can to help you. We will not let it go, and you will not be railroaded. And it's not because I'm anybody. I am nobody. I just know what is right and what is wrong, and I know where to go to get things done. I'm nobody, but I know the people that are somebodies. Anybody can piss and moan, but you actually have to do something and reach out for something to get done. You can want to win the lottery ticket and want to win that money, and you can go buy scratch-offs, and you can pray to God, and you can yell at God and curse God, do whatever you want to do. Sell your soul or whatever. Throw that lottery ticket in the drawer. If you don't scratch the son of a bitch off, how will you ever know? Oh, Alva. Yeah, bro. I don't know how else to say it. I will help anyone. I'll help anybody out there. Let me go back and look at these starred. Sean Long says, Bilbrey, do you think Sproles legit thinks he has a chance of avoiding all of this? The county's insurance is going to drop them after all of the lawsuits, let alone the beanbag incident. All right, let me tell you, I have heard here recently that he has said that he is getting it from all ends and that he is very stressed. He is very stressed. He's worried. So, look, he's never going to admit that publicly. He's going to tell his friends that. He's going to tell his preacher that. He's going to tell his family that. They're gonna, do their thing. But let me tell you, Sproles. Hey, let me tell you. All right, listen. I'm a man of God. I'm a believer. Sproles, you claim to be a believer in God, and I'm not going to question your faith. Maybe you have strong faith. Maybe you don't. Maybe it's a lie. Maybe it's not. I'm going to tell you, you really pray about this. Pray about this. I will pray for you, and you pray about doing the right thing. You pray that God opens your mind and help lead you to do the right thing. Because let me tell you, you've not been doing the right thing. It's not just me. Why is half your department leaving, bro? Dude, look around. You've destroyed the sheriff's department in Henry County in 6 months. I thought you would do it in 2 years. I didn't know you could do it. This is impressive. It's sad. It's disgusting. It's horrible. It's horrible. You want to protest? We need to protest the state representatives and the state senators, and we need to grill their asses, put their asses on the hot seat until they put a law in that allows for us to recall elected officials. People have to be in the right frame of mind to receive information. Welcome to the political therapy session. That would be a good name too, political therapy session. Good God, where were you people? Where were you people a couple days ago? Huh. That's a segment title, though. I'm writing it down.
Christopher,
I'm keeping track of them now. Yeah.
a couple of days ago, they wouldn't have been able to find us.
Yeah, right. Right. All right. Yeah, no, getting back to Mr. Long, I don't know that he's going to come out okay on all of this. No, I don't think. I think any one of these things has the power to bring him down. The beanbag incident's probably the biggest. And let's Lord hope that this is the only thing he does, that we don't get anything bigger or crazier between now and God knows when. Process has begun. Yeah, Joey was right about that. The process has begun. Only time Sproles is a fool for not backing down. He will lose. Yeah, if he runs for re-election, if this does not happen, he will. When is the next Henry County meetings? So let me tell you. I'll tell you that right now. That's the thing I want to tell, because I'm going to go and I'm going to be there for these things. So I needed to get this as well. Let me get the calendar up. All right. So here's what we're working with. So we've got a couple different things that we got going on. We've got work sessions for the budget, and then we've got county council meetings and commissioners meetings. So you know, it's the 15th. We have a commissioner's work session at 3 p.m. on the 23rd. So that is essentially a week. I mean, it's going to be Wednesday here soon, so it's a week from now. The commissioners will have a work session on the second floor of the old courtroom on the 23rd at 3 p.m. And then the Henry County Council will meet at 4 p.m. on the next day, Thursday the 24th at 4 p.m. At 4 p.m. That's what they've got for September for all of me. So we've got a commissioner's work session next Wednesday and a county council meeting next Thursday. 3 p.m. is Wednesday, 4 p.m. is Thursday. So that's that. Okay. Castle Lord, anybody can piss and moan. You have to actually do something and reach out for something to get done. Amen. That's absolutely true. Josh Fisher says, I have a question. Are you more busy now or after election time? I would like to have an off-show conversation with you about podcasting. I love that. And let me tell you, I am never not busy. So if you want to call me, I will message you my phone number and you can call me whenever you want to call me. You can call me tomorrow. You can call me the next day. Call me whenever you want to call me. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to wait until after the show. I'm going to send you a message right now that's got my phone number, and you can call me whenever you like. This is my cell phone number. And just store it in your phone, and you can call me whenever you want. Shoot me a text, give me a call. I mean, message me. Dude, you're part of the team now, bro. Call me whenever you want. All I'm saying is Jesus wouldn't have stolen any license plates. No, absolutely true. And an old fiance of mine used to say Jesus would flip these tables over. And I think I might steal that line because I do rather like it. I agree with that. Whoever that was, I think that's try the chicken Chester. Hey, if that is you and you are around, is your I don't want to say who it is or whatever. I know that there was a little incident down from your house today. Did you guys get that taken care of? Is everything okay? I hope everything's okay. Hope everybody's okay, and hope all that was taken care of today. I didn't ask if I could say anything about it live, so I'm not going to put your private stuff out here, but I hope it is okay. Someone should do a request and see if Sproles ran the black cop at the bus incident through Spillman. I will send him a message as soon as we get off here. They would not permit us. That's a weird deal. It would be a weird thing. It technically would be a public records request. They would have to just black out if there was any kind of identifying information. Yeah, technically I could run him or you could run him. It would probably be better for me to send Humphreys the template and tell him to run himself. I also believe that Humphreys has an attorney, so maybe it'd be best that Humphreys' attorney handles it. But yeah, I guarantee you he did. Ain't no question. Listen, man, he ran me. He literally ran people on this feed for posting a question on Facebook. He's sick. He's absolutely sick. Can I get a beanbag to the leg as my next song title? Enjoy. He may have ran all the town. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Is the truth still commenting here? Oh, people's just talking to him still? That's hilarious. Yeah, that's what he's doing, Joe. He should be getting it by both ends. Oh, hey, Casey, this is one you'll definitely have to watch this one. It's been a big one. Oh God, I'm glad to hear Humphrey's lawyered up, and I apologize to everyone for generalizing him as the black cop. I hear listen. Humphreys is cool. From what little I know, I think he probably understands it. He's a cool dude, and I think that was cool of you to apologize. He's a pretty good dude, but yeah, they're all doing well, and well, so that's an hour and 31. So a couple things. Number one, you're talking about the videos? Are you talking about the videos? Good night, old people, grandma and grandpa. I don't know if they've already went to bed or if they just heard me say that. So good night either way. If you're talking about the jail footage, I still am waiting on Chief Deputy Smith to be back from COVID watch. Wishing him all the best. We still have a complaint filed with the public access counselor. By law, that needs to happen. I told them I would be willing to pull the complaint at whatever time they get me in to review the footage. I'm hoping that we should have a date by the end of this week. If I don't have a date by the end of this week, I'm going to have serious problems probably. So we'll just have to wait and see. But I have not heard anything. I'm assuming that I should know something by the end of this week. So I will keep you guys posted. So I don't know what this is. In all fairness to Josh Civic Duty, he was not lying about things that were done that were, what is that? Conniving. I was being harassed. She cannot deny it. I have screenshot proof. She's not all innocent. I know. Josh isn't saying that anything happened. You'll have to go back and listen to it from that first video. Because I said I wouldn't talk about it again, but Josh isn't claiming that anything happened. I think there's a little bit of misunderstanding there. Josh didn't leave the channel. We left the channel. Brandon, myself, and Kate left the channel. That's all the more I will say about that, but you'll have to get into that in the video. It's real easily laid out in that video in episode 1. Josh is not stating that anything happened, so it's not like he's definitely not lying. It just is what it is. So that is that. Okay. Well, I mean, when you say I think we should leave it at that, I just want to make sure that Josh is not saying that no one's saying that Josh is lying. Josh is not lying. He's not lying about anything. He's to my knowledge, not a liar. Hasn't been. He's not lied to me. He just simply left, or excuse me, he simply he did an action that caused us to leave the channel. We were in a partnership. I spoke with him about the problem. He gave the ultimatum to get rid of Kate, or he would not be a part of the Bastards any longer. Right, no, right. But in a four-way partnership, in a four-way partnership, you cannot give an ultimatum. When you have a four-way partnership, the four-way partnership is a vote, and 3 people decided to leave. So it wasn't Josh can't give an ultimatum, but I mean, that's all personal business stuff. That's not, I'm not really sure how many other viewers have reached out. That's weird. I don't know. That's a really weird thing to do. Okay. Are you off on delay, Audie? I don't know. Are you on? What time is it, Audie? It's 10:36. I don't know. Okay. Yeah. The truth is not commenting. He left a long time ago, I think. The last thing is what was I going to say? 10:37. It's 10:37. You type 10:37. It is 10:37. I never understood how people did that. I guess if you type 10:37 and it was like 10:42, you would know it would be weird. But okay, the last thing that I wanted to talk about, the thing with you asked me about the video, so I'll keep you posted on the video. Oh, the very last thing about the video, and it just, I guess it was about Josh and Henry County that I just wanted to make sure that you're so far in YouTube, you might be in my tube. That's hilarious. When did that come through? Okay, here, real quick. What was the thing that I wanted to say? There was one more thing. Oh, this is what I wanted to say. The Political Night sent me a couple videos today. And did a couple things. So we messaged back and forth. And basically what happened was the Political Night said he sent me these videos, and I wasn't really sure, like it was like very broke up, and I didn't know what was going on. All I could tell was it was the Political Night and Civic Duty driving out in the county, and Civic Duty was on the phone with Sheriff Sproles. And apparently they're working on something. I don't know exactly what they are working on. I kind of asked some questions, but I didn't get an answer. We were talking for a while, but then they must have got busy, and I didn't get an answer towards the end. All that I know is that they visited Henry County today, and they are working an angle on Sproles and everything in Henry County. The bottom line, when I started this channel and said, hey, we're in 2 different camps, everything's the same, I said from day one, the message continues. I'm doing here what I've always done. I'm doing here what I've done for the last, I'm doing everything here that I've done for the last 8 years. So the only thing different is I have the help of Brandon. I have the help of Kate and Niles and a lot of other people behind the scenes that are continuing to do what they've done. So, I mean, I think that's great. We're going to continue doing that. So as I've said, I wish Josh the best, wish the Political Night the best. I have no issues with what they're doing. I'm going to continue doing my thing, and we'll let that be as it is. I think it'll be interesting to see in the battle. I have a battle with Sproles, and I'm going about it away. Civic Duty has a battle with Sproles. He's going about it away. Our ways have always been different. It just is what it is. It's not saying anything bad one way or another. It'll be interesting to see, specifically in the battle of Civic Duty and Sproles, whose stubbornness weighs out in the end. There's a lot of similarities just there. Chris, I'm sorry about that, but I felt it had been done very wrong for no reason. So I stood up for myself by slightly. I don't really know what I have no clue what you're talking about, but this is not the place to do any of that. And I don't want to mix family stuff in with business stuff. So, I mean, this is a video that I'm hoping millions of people will see at some point. So I'm trying to not do any of that stuff. I mean, this is just a political thing with people. And I want to try to keep it that as much as possible. You're definitely very important to me, and I want the best for you. And I want to not mix family and personal and political, because that could be the only thing that would be the ugliest thing in the world, because those things don't really mix. So that's that. But yeah, I hope it'll be interesting to see. All right, so that's it. I think that's all that I have for tonight. That being said, stay tuned for Civic Duty. He does have an episode coming out soon about Henry County. It will be interesting to see what goes on, because I know that they were there, and from hearing what Political Night said, it will be very interesting, and it will be interesting to see what exactly went down. Of course, I will be here tomorrow. We'll be here, same bat time, same bat channel, same shirt, more than likely, and everything will be fantastic. Good night, Ryan, and everyone else. Oh, hey, for the postscript. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't shoot it in the head. All right. Good night. God bless. Have a good evening. And I will see you tomorrow.